Confidence coming off the Kings bus earlier on. We'll see if their performance matches their look. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. That's the United States Supreme Court building here in our nation's capital. We're coming to you today from Washington, D.C. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. In this game, we'll see the Sacramento Kings against It sure is. Thanks, David. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Friday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. That's at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Hialica is out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Barnes in at the small forward position. And for Washington, manning the backcourt, it's Smith and Beal. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle, and it's Bonga in at the 3.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Here's Smith. The pass to Hachimura. 9 feet out. Good D by Barnes. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Shot clock at 6. Bonga pulls it in. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Wizards. Beal gets a wide-open look. No good with the triple. Here's Barnes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off-season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom? Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Bonga. The teardrop falls in.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Fox against Smith. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Number 1, the Kings.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Here's Hachimura. And he goes in for the dunk.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Outside, Fox. Let's go. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Smith with it. Now guarded by Fox. Smith against Fox. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And Wagner pulls it down. Wizards have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Beal from long range. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, Bradley Beal's mechanics are so pretty. What a shot.
Outside, Fox. hand on it.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Bonga, the pass to Smith. Rebound by the Kings. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Healed with the bucket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
So for the Kings, their last game a win against the Knicks in New York. Here's Smith. Dedmon with the block.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. And that's one reason why his team is playing well.
Beal, the pass to Bonga. Here's Hachimura. Another shot. That one, no good. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Here's Fox. Count it. Fox has got his second bucket.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. Has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Smith finds Beal. Back to Smith. Outside Beal to halt the run. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 6 points for Beal.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Fox. Here's Dedmon. And Wagner pulls it down.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Beal can't get it to go. The Kings trailing.
And one issue that has been a trouble spot for the Wizards for years now, outside shooting.
You know what, Greg? Last year they made a real attempt to take more threes. So they do that, but then they finished 4th worst in three-point percentage. That is not a recipe for success. Listen, they know they want to be a team that can shoot from deep, but they've got to find more consistency, right?
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Barnes outside. Doesn't go for him. Now the Wizards take it the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento. The open shot by Beal. Again, the Wizards score.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Troy Brown's checked in for the Wizards. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Smith. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sacramento. That's a 2 from Hield. Again, the miss by the Kings.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Thomas, and it's blocked, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Hield. Some changes for Sacramento. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bielitsa. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Second chance shot. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, just terrific body control from Isaiah Thomas. This guy is amazing at his ability to convert through contact.
And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
Count that one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Well, how about the timing from Isaiah Thomas? This guy is creative. He knows how to carve his way to the interior and finish. Yes, sir.
Baseline J on the way. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Rebound by the Kings.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
That one goes. Count it. Now just a 2-point Washington lead. Last outing for Sacramento, they won that game against the New York Knicks. Here's Schofield. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes it to Wagner. Shot clock at 5. No good on his first attempt of the game. For Sacramento, they've gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Outside, Joseph. Healed outside. Joseph, the pass to Holmes. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Washington's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Joseph against Brown. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Trailing by 2. Ariza with the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Brown the pass to Thomas. Back to Brown. Pass to Wagner. Nice ball movement by Washington. Thomas surveying the D. From deep three-point range. No good on that one. So the Kings will take it the other way. Here's Ariza. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Ariza's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Brown outside. Pass to Schofield. With some arc, and that's 2 points on the layup. Schofield's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And the pass to Hield. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The specter hanging over Buddy Hield because he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Wizards making a switch here. Chioza's checked in. Pass to Wagner. There's the 3. Hits it from three-point range. And the Wizards lead by 1. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Now, here's Holmes. A 14-point game for him in the win against New York.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there. I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Brown wide open. He fires. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Here's Hield. Comes up empty down low.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Wizards up 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Ran up on him.
And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's got a deep bag of tricks for finishing around bigger players. It's really something to watch.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Wizards 5 right now. Travis Berton's out there with Thomas Bryant. Then there's Brown, and it's Schofield in at the 3 spot. Basket counts.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Chioza passes to Schofield. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, with John Wall sidelined for most of the season recovering from injury, the Wizards are going to need new players to step up. One of them that they hope will do so is their first-round pick, Rui Hachimura. Hachimura didn't start playing basketball until he was 13 years old. He was a baseball player. He's the first Japanese-born player to be a first-round pick in the NBA draft. And he only played a little bit in Japan before he went to Gonzaga, where he starred for Mark Few. And now the Wizards are hoping that he can be a star on and off the court in Washington.
And D.A., you and I were talking that Few really had a nice impact on Hachimura. Thanks for the report. Joseph, the pass to Holmes. He gets it in there. Holmes got his first bucket in this one.
I'll tell you, a terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
Beal from long range. Rebound by Bjelica. Bjelica's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Well, you know the unselfishness and professionalism Trevor Ariza gives you. If there's an open man, he'll find him.
Bryant dishes to Beal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And even though he came into the league at the age of 19 out of the University of Florida, Beal has been a scorer since the get-go.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league as a sweet shooting 2-guard. He has worked his way into being a tremendous playmaker. Year over year, his overall offensive game has gotten so much better.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Harrison Barnes comes in for Trevor Ariza. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Bogdanovich. They get it back. Here's Bunga. Nails the baby hook.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Fox looking it over. And the wing jumper offline.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Here's Chioza. He's covered by Joseph. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Harrison Barnes picks one up. For Washington, they have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team. Yeah, a nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Here's Joseph. Nice D from Bryant.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Pass to Bunga. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Pass to Chioza. Over Barnes. Chioza, no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. It's Bielitsa. Outside, Fox. Fires from deep, and he's good on the 3 ball. Fox has got 7 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
There's Chioza. That shot off. Good D by Barnes. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Here's Chioza. Outside, Beal. Bryant passes to Hachimura. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Joseph against Beal. Here's Fox, and it's blocked.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Outside, Fox. And it's Chioza with the rebound. Washington's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Ponga, the pass to Beal. Down low. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Well, Bradley Beal increasingly becoming a dangerous playmaker. What a pretty pass.
Here's Fox, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Perhaps the biggest breakout star last year from the 2017 draft class, De'Aaron Fox. Greg, he was sensational.
Kevin, the difference between a year 1 and a year 2 player was never displayed better than the improvement that Fox showed. His shot, vision, and decision-making all started to catch up to that incredible athleticism.
Well, the athleticism and size of Bradley Beal makes that an easy shot, believe it or not. He's got great vertical.
Thomas against Fox. Good work defensively by Bryant.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
And here is Thomas. He's got 5. Outside Bryant. Ponga, the pass to Beal. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. I think that's true.
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Now Thomas kicks to Beal. The pass to Hachimura. Here's Bonga. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Thomas. And it's Fox with the rebound. The Kings trail by 3. Here's Joseph. Lays it up off the glass. Joseph's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Now, Corey Joseph does not lack for confidence on the interior. Don't let the size fool you. The frame, the game, it's all there.
Here's Hachimura. Miss number 6 for him. He's made 2 of his 8 attempts. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento. That puts them in the lead. Fox has got 11 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Hachimura, the pass to Bryant. Here's Thomas. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Thomas got 7 points in the game.
This, to me, is why Isaiah Thomas is so deadly. He's got lethal quickness as soon as he sees a window to the cup.
Joseph against Beal. Joseph dishes to Barnes. Right block shot. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
That's just terrific job by Barnes. In full attack mode, dominating that area of the paint. Go to work, Harrison.
Beal, the pass to Bryant. Bryant is doubled. Here's Hachimura. Dedmon defending. Here's Hachimura. Kept alive.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And they pick up 2. And now a 3-point Kings lead.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Beal with it. Now guarded by Fox. Thomas, no good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
The Kings making a switch here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Riza comes in for Bielitz. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Buddy Hield in for Fox. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Joseph. Here's Hield. And the layup falls. Hield's got the lead up to 8 now for the Kings.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Brown outside. Back to Thomas. 1:41 left to play here in the half. Just 5 to shoot. Can they get it? And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Holmes got 4 rebounds in this game.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. You look at Bryant, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Washington making some changes. Mo Wagner comes in for Bryant. And it's Ish Smith in for Isaiah Thomas. Brown, good.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Hield against Brown. Passes to Bogdanovich. There's 57 seconds left here in the second. Wizards trail by 7. And it's Smith penetrating. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Joseph with the ball. He has 7. Pass to Hield from outside the arc. Misses the mark. His 3rd miss of the game. 4 for 7 now.
Boy, he hasn't found the range yet here in the second period. Only 1 triple for him tonight.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Got a piece of it. A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for Sacramento. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Bradley, great first half for you. Look, we know you come from a football-playing family. It looked like you wanted to establish control in a football-type way in the first half.
Oh, you have to. This is a physical game. You see the refs they call a lot of hard fouls, but sometimes they don't call them. So, I mean, you can't complain about it. You just have to just keep attacking. And these guys are big. This is the NBA, so you have to be physical and not complain and try to go strong every time you go to the basket.
Bradley, thanks for your time. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. What'd you think about Sacramento, Ken?
Well, they've gotten to the line tonight a lot. Basically, they're saying, I'm going to take it to you. And the only way you can stop me is to foul me. But here's the thing. If you're afraid to sacrifice your body, you'll never pick up a lot of free throws. So great job in the first half.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. Second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box out, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the court right now for the Kings, Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Nemanja Bjelica, and it's Fox in at the 1 spot.
Oh, my goodness. The tools are there for Harrison Barnes. That's a big-time athletic drive and a strong finish. Beautiful.
Beal against Hield, out that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Bradley Beal. And so Fox will bring it up for the Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Barnes outside. "14 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
A contested mid-range shot can't be what they were looking for there.
Well, especially with that defensive player in the area. You know he's going to find a way to get into the shooter and make him uncomfortable.
Smith, the pass to Beal. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Sacramento leading by 3.
When he
scores, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Oh, Kevin, how creative is that? Barnes showing off the near 40-inch vertical. He can jump over your head.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Smith. And it's Fox with the rebound. Fox has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lobbed up there for Barnes. No good. Shot missing. The Wizards have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Smith. Here's Hachimura. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Bertans. The Kings have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Fox passes to Dedmon. There's the dish to Barnes. Drops in the tray. Barnes has got 15 points.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Smith feeling it out a bit. There's Beal with the 3. Offensive rebound. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Hield. Good season for him last year. 7th in three-point field goal percentage, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, top 10 in the league, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets it going. And it's Fox with the jam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Hachimura inside. Dedmon with the block. Healed outside. Fox finds Dedmon. Back to Fox. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Fox has got 19 points.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
To the middle, shot to stop the run, and finished off by Beal.
Boy, that is a rugged finish from Beal. Absorbs the hit, guides it in. Nice.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Fox against Smith. Healed outside. From past the arc. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 7 rebounds in the game. There's the pass to Beal. The shot misses. And the Kings going the other way now. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Barnes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people who were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Bryant. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Sacramento leading by 11. To the paint. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Heel. Barnes has got 13 points here in the second half alone. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Smith outside. Here's Chiozza. Passes it to Beal. Over Dedmon. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Well, I love the determination, guys. It's simply not there for him right now.
Healed. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Hachimura. Sinks that one from the post. Hachimura's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Pass to Hield. Barnes with it. Now Beal defending. The wide open look here for Fox. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Hachimura.
You really like to see Beal getting involved with those passes, guys. He's all about the team.
Fox against Beal. Now, here's Fox. Not a lot of room. Here's Hield. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Hield's got 16 points.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points. Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Riza comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Bogdanovich in for Hield. And it's Fox with the jam.
You get the sense Fox just improving with each game in terms of his pick and roll play, figuring out his angles, knowing when to pull and when to try to split or turn the corner.
Thomas kicks to Brown. Back to Thomas. Outside Bryant. Brown against Bogdanovich. Wagner passes to Bryant. Holmes with the steal. And now the Kings fast break. Ariza's got the ball.
Love the athleticism from Trevor Ariza. This guy so dependable as a fast break finisher.
Wizards trail by 15. Outside Thomas. Down low. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right after me.
The Wizards have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Well, Scott Brooks now in his 4th year as coach of the Wizards, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him so far in his tenure in the D.C. area. And think about it, guys, under the gun now because the GM who hired him was now let go.
Here's Bogdanovich. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 4 assists now tonight.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Fox with the steal. All alone, and it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox is a dependable defender, always active, and he's really smart in terms of his anticipation and using those hands to come up with steals.
And Doris for Brooks, he'll be doing what he can to get this team back in the playoff hunt.
And I think, Kevin, the area they must address is the defensive end of the floor. Listen, they have thrived offensively under Scotty Brooks. But this team, if you're going to get into the playoffs and thrive, you've got to be a quality defensive unit.
Thomas dishes to Brown. Outside Bryant. And Thomas has it in the corner. Goes up at the stripe. That one falls. Thomas got 9.
We're talking about the bread and butter of Isaiah Thomas, the mid-range game. Boy, what a feel.
Fox kicks to Ariza. Pass to Barnes. And here is Holmes. Back to Barnes. 5 on the clock. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. Number 1, the Kings.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
The 7th overall selection back in 2012, Barnes was taken 1 pick after Dame Lillard, 2 picks before Andre Drummond. Incredible draft class.
Davis Bertans checks in for the Wizards. The Kings also at the sub. Joseph's checked in. Kings leading now by 19. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
And check out the numbers for Ariza. Last season's performance for him averaged about 12 points a game. 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Sacramento with the ball. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento. 1:43 left in the third. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, this is not a guy who draws a ton of fouls, but Barnes baits the defender that time.
He hits both from the stripe.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
Outside Thomas. Takes a shot at the elbow. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Holmes got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Barnes. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, that's called exhibiting power and quickness in the painted area. Barnes does a really good job drawing contact there.
1:15 left in the third. Bogdanovich against Brown. To the inside. Here's Wagner. He's off on that one. And the Kings going the other way now. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break champs. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance. The ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Thomas finds Bertans. Now Brown, covered by Barnes. And it's Brown missing. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Ariza goes in. Count it.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
I know Trevor Ariza has been a bit of a journeyman, but he is also a proven champion. On the defensive end, you know he's going to take pride in locking down his man.
Lobbed up there for Barnes. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Boy, can Barnes just get up. Brutal on the catch and flush. Good luck with that.
Now here's Thomas. They need this one. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Sacramento with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Isaiah Thomas out there with Matthews. Then there's Davis Bertans. And it's Schofield in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Wagner. And that one, good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now the pass to James. Shoots the 3. Rebound, Washington. Outside Thomas. That 3 off the mark.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
James kicks to Farrell. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Back to James. Just 5 on the clock. Baseline try. Matthews with the rebound.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Gabriel, the pass to Swanigan, and the basket is good. Swanigan's got his first 2 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Passes it to Bertens. Outside for Thomas. Fires the three. Knocks down the three ball.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
James outside. Pass to Ariza. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for Washington. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Farrell kicks to Ariza. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
Sacramento leading by 23. And here is Fox. Buries it down low. Fox has got 10 points here in the second half.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Smith the pass to Hachimura. And it's Fox with the rebound. Fox has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to Hield. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more 3-point attempts than 2-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade you see more 3-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim and 3-point shots, and everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
And the Wizards making a change here. Good on the second free throw. Here's Fox. Up top, Dedmon. He kicks it to Ariza. Rebound by the Wizards. Bonga's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Hands it from downtown.
Boy, it takes some guts to pull up from 3-point range on the fast break, but definitely the right move. You drill it, you look good.
Now, here's Fox. He's guarded closely. Here's the 3. Sacramento gets it back. Pass to Hield. Just 5 to shoot. And here is Bielitsa, guarded by Robinson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
Now Fox. And he drops it in from the low post. Fox has got 4 this quarter.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now, an exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Sacramento leading by 21. And it's Fox with the jam.
Well, this guy is known as a glue guy, but Trevor Ariza plays his role perfectly no matter where he is. That's a pretty pass.
Smith with it. Here's Hachimura. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 6 assists now in the game.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
And there's the pass to Ariza. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a 4-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a 3-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about 4-peat.
And the shot goes in. And that's 31 points for De'Aaron Fox.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. And that one falls for Hachimura. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
The second effort, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Here's Fox. Passes it to Dedmon. Back to Fox. Drops in the layup for 2. Fox has got 18 points just in the second half.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Smith the pass to Beal. Of course, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports, worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
Shoots from the line, and that one is off. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Fox goes in, and good that time. Fox has got 35.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Smith. And another miss by Washington.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Fox against Smith. Fox dishes to Barnes. Kicks it to Dedmon. There's the triple. Washington with the rebound. Bonga's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Good D by Barnes.
Not a great decision there. With a defender in your grill, kick it out.
Smith against Hield. Now, here's Fox. Defense right on him. No problems knocking that one down.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Hachimura, he dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Understanding how to burn the defense in those sets. Hachimura doesn't rush anything, lets the play develop naturally.
That's good from Barnes on the assist by Fox. Fox has got 6 assists in the game.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Smith against Fox, and Smith gets double-teamed. Here's Hachimura. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Here's Sacramento now. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Kings.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for De'Aaron Fox.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Dedmon trying to break free, and Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 37.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
But they get it back.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
Shooting for Washington, Ish Smith. At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Smith. Here's Barnes. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.